I think this pandemic has taken a lot out of us. Everyone has found a unique place to work. To this day, unimaginable way to work. Think developers killing app bugs with their left hand and swishing their knives through their tearjerker onions on the right. Not to forget our new colleagues, their pets. Hello and welcome to the Programmer's Lab, a show where we talk about tech, life, and everything in between.
Today's topic is related to our current tech life and how there's always a better way to grow, a better way to engage, to succeed. To discuss all of this, we have with us a wonderful person with a very endearing smile and a great passion for employee well-being, Rohini Wwagh, VP and Head of the People team at Nitor Infotech. Hello Rohini, welcome to the Programmer's Lab. I liked your last blog about the importance of being strong-willed, self-motivated and endlessly optimistic.
Hey Nalini, thank you so much for having me on the Programmer's Lab. And thank you for complimenting me on my blog, Nitopia. That's our way of creating a positive workplace. These days, employee engagement definitely has become very important. And with the changing scenario where each one of us is balancing between our personal and professional lives, we have made our homes our workplace and shed the virtual boundaries of the personal and professional lives. I think it's all the more important, right? Having said that, Nalini, I also feel that we IT folks are really lucky because we have been experiencing a boom in business, unlike many other industries. Work has been growing, and that's a blessing in disguise. I also understand the way we all are juggling between managing the daily chores at home and meeting the expectations of the customer. And I think it's quite overwhelming. And the key is, remaining sane in these insane times. So that's how I would say, and thank you for having me here.
Sane in these insane times. Wisely put, Rohini. For those who haven't read the blog, you may do so by visiting blog.nitorinfotech.com. Coming to my first question, Rohini, why does employee engagement play such a crucial role now more than ever?
All right. So, Nalini, very interesting question. I believe employee engagement at all given points in time, pandemic or non-pandemic, is always very important. But yes, in a physical environment, we do have a little better control over what we do. We are able to gauge the emotions and sentiments of the people more accurately. However, while we are all remote and faced by a dark screen every day, we seldom get to see what the other person feels, goes through, and we're not able to catch that emotion exactly. Hence, engagement has become quite crucial because there is a barrier of a physical environment today, and the human touch is somewhere missing. Also, Nalini, it has become all the more important because we've shed the boundaries of geography. And with the Talent Anywhere concept, we are working with people from any corner of the world. And with diverse cultures, it becomes all the more difficult to engage with people because you need some common platform on which you come to engage with the people, right? So I think with this pandemic and the new virtual environment that we all are in, employee engagement is definitely changing and a new paradigm is being set.
So yes, this paradigm shift that you're talking about, is there a science attached to all this? Where do you think we're headed from here?
Okay. So, Nalini, all those of us who study organizational behavior, we have been studying, analyzing the situation, the way it has been evolving over the year and a half. And we all are seeing different patterns. It initially started with a lot of excitement where people were experiencing the best of both worlds, being at home, being closer to the families, at the same time working and having secure jobs. So a few months down the line, there was a monotony that set in and people wanted to move out of the houses, be a part of the workplace, meet with their colleagues, enjoy those chai and sutta breaks, right? Which they were all missing. And while all this happened, the customer demands, especially in the IT setups, did increase a lot. The customers really got used to people giving in more number of hours and getting a higher output. So with all this happening, I think there definitely is a science which is connected with the human behavior. And as it takes its course, it, starts with being excited about it. Then you reach a plateau, it dips down. And from there, I think the ultimate thing has to be that we find a way to sustain it. We find a way to work around it. And from there emerges our hybrid work model, right? So I think it's definitely the science that goes behind it. But at the same time, how you deal with the situation, how do you engage people during this time, I would say is more of an art.
Wonderfully put, Rohini. Engagement as an art. Do you have any tips for organizations who are listening to this podcast? Some 4 or 5 tips on how to make the workplace more human.
Very nice question, Nalini. And it's very important for organization to listen. And listening, and not only just creating those superficial connect platforms, but in the true sense, intently listening to our people is something which organizations should do more and more. At Nitor, we have created multiple structured and unstructured platforms to listen to people. And when we listen to people, we listen with all seriousness. We take their feedback to our heart and we ensure that we are acting upon it, right? We help people understand perspectives. And the time and energy right from the top management that we spend at Nitor in listening to people makes all the difference, right? So that is the first tip that I would like to offer to the organization from my personal experiences. Listening is the key. Second, being very genuine while offering care. There are organizations who come up with different policies, ways, and their own way try to be of help to people. Second, so I feel that coming out genuine, coming out more and more understanding to people and relating to their real problems and helping them solve it. So being genuine is the second tip that I'd like to give organizations. Yes, floral big programs and initiatives are good. Releasing budgets for that is another way of doing it. But nothing beats human interaction and genuine care that is offered with the people whom we work on a day-to-day basis. That's the second thing that I'd like to say. Third most important thing, which I would like to say is a little more from an organization design perspective, is creating frameworks. Creating frameworks so that we can bring in scalability and we can bring in sustainability and consistency in the way we drive our engagement programs. Fourth thing I'd like to say is pick up an anchor of engagement. That engagement anchor will drive you to get closer to people. And at every given point in time, you can have, different anchors. So for example, for this particular year, Nitor has chosen wellness as their engagement anchor. And that is really helping us get closer to people and bring out the real engagement within our interpersonal relationships, I may say. And the fifth most important point is that while the consistency is important, don't be abrupt. Don't change yourself with the basic fundamental things like the core values. Always remain connected to your roots, and your core values of the organization are those roots on which this tree will really flourish. Yeah? Remain connected to the core values. These are some things that I'd like to say which will drive the engagement in a very beautiful way.
Very wonderfully said, Rohini. Thank you so much for spending some invaluable time and giving us great tips today. I know all our listeners would have felt the same too.
Right. Thank you so much, Nalini. Pleasure is all mine. And I wish the IT industry and everyone who is a part of it, that we are able to create more and more deeper human connects. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
For all those listening to this podcast, do share this podcast with your circles. And those who've chanced upon our podcast because some wonderful soul shared it with you, please pay it forward. Visit our website with a host of new features, nitorinfotech.com. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our blogs on blog.nitorinfotech.com. Also, for any feedback, suggestions, or comments, do email us at marketing@nitorinfotech.com. That's all I have for you this time. Until next time, stay safe and work happily.